going to be trying something a little new with the What's Your Opinion videos. I'm going to be adding some new people in to get a much more wider perspective on the, well, recent events. So today we have WiiDude83Rebirth and MrOrangeJinjo joining in this What's Your Opinion video, and I've got a question for you two. Whoa, it's more of an equation problem. Pokemon X plus Pokemon Y equals what?
Pokemon Z? Z?
Well, that's probably the next entry for the second installment for that generation.
Probably going to be that unless they do another Black and White 2 on us.
Yeah, it'll be X squared and Y squared.
Oh god.
Oh god, yeah.
That's really going to be when they're running out of names.
So, yep, as it was just announced, well, today we got the announcement of the 6th generation of Pokemon. We got to see 5 new Pokemon. 3 of them were named in a lot of different languages, which is pretty surprising. There's a lot of content to go over. We'll go at it one step at a time, but overall, what do you guys think? We'll start
for me, you know, it's Pokemon. I'm excited always when there's a new generation. I mean, considering how good Gen 5 was. I'm really looking forward to it, but it seems a bit too soon to be announcing this. I mean, Black and White 2 just came out a few months ago, so it seems kind of early to, you know, start talking about it, because I haven't gotten through all the content yet, so it seems like I'm not getting enough time with Black and White 2 before I'm going to be able to transfer over, pretty much.
Alright, and MrOrangeJinjo?
Yeah, that's how I feel too. You know, it's a Pokemon game. Of course I'm gonna be excited. Of course I'm going to buy it. But at the same time, and you know, it looks good and stuff. But at the same time, yeah, it just feels like this is coming out too early. Like at the time we're recording this, like Black and what 5th gen isn't even like 2 years old in America right now, so it just feels so early and weird to already be announcing like the 6th gen. I think they should have like, you know, waited like another year or so for this, maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat as you two. It's cool, it looks really good, we'll get to more about that in a little bit, but at the same time, you know, we're not done with Generation 5. I'm not sick of it yet. It's too soon.
Yeah, that's the thing. Look back. Look how long Gen 3 lasted. Look how long Gen 4 lasted.
Gen 4 took forever.
Yeah.
4 lasted like 4.5 years.
Way too long.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the same time, you know, they had all those spin-offs. Gen 5, we just got the 2 games. Battle Royale, you know, Pokemon Rumble Blast. And that's about it. It's like...
Yeah, we didn't even get like a stadium-like game.
Yeah, we didn't get that at all, so...
That was really a head-scratcher on why we didn't even get that kind of version, but when we look at the new features that are in Pokemon X and Y, it doesn't look like now it's like more of a reason why we're not going to see that on the home consoles at all. I mean, you used to bring it to your home console to see your Pokemon in 3D battling, but that's one of the new features. The Pokemon are now in full 3D, and what's the point of bringing it to the home console except to see it on a big screen?
I'm thinking that might have something to do with how they're releasing it, how they're announcing this so early is because, well, let's face it, the Pokemon games, they can't stay on the regular DS anymore. They kind of have to transition over to 3DS. Right.
Yeah, and you know, because, like, Pokemon, it's gonna get people to buy the handheld, and 3DS... Well, you know, stuff like Ocarina, Kid Icarus did do pretty well for it, you know. Still not enough people own the 3DS as Nintendo thinks they should, so... I'm thinking that might be one big reason they're really trying to push this out.
Even so, another year or so wouldn't have hurt it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, it still does seem kind of early.
Oh yeah. It's hard to find that. It's hard to find anybody who will argue against that. I still remember back when I was playing Pokemon Crystal when it was new, and I was playing it for like a year, and then that's when I started to get a little tired of it. I was like, when's the next new Pokemon game gonna come out? And at that point, I kind of was starting to lose just a little bit of interest because it was taking too long, but at that same time, that's what made me more interested in waiting for a new generation. Whereas now, I don't even know how many hours I've put into Black 2. I'm actually going to look that up real quick, but it's probably more than what you guys could ever expect.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, I played the living crap out of Pokemon Black. Not as much as Black 2 yet as I wanted to, but that's just because it's brand new. The thing is, like, look back at, like, Gen 4 and whatnot. By the time we got to Heart Gold and Soul Silver, after about 4 months with the game, I was just about, okay, I think I'm ready for something a little bit different. And around that time, that's when Gen 5 was announced, and then I started to get hyped for it. This one, it still seems way too early, because, you know, with all the advancements 5 did, I'm not sick of it at all yet. So it seems, it seems really weird to announce it at this point. Because, you know, a lot of people were expecting that Ruby and Sapphire remake to come out.
Oh, yeah.
Gen 5.
In which I'll say this, like, I personally don't think that Ruby and Sapphire needs a remake because, you know, Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, they're not like Red and Blue, Gold and Silver where they're really outdated and they kind of need to be remade, but at the same time, I think the Ruby and Sapphire remake would have been good to kind of hold us up over before, you know, announcing this, just to have some more filler.
I think that's why we were all expecting that Ruby Sapphire remake. I think that also...
It's basically, it's been drilled into our heads, just this pattern, pretty much, ever since Gen 3.
Yeah, Gen 5 pretty much broke all the patterns.
Yeah.
That's kind of a good thing about Gen 5. It was kind of unexpected, but you could still kind of see what was coming. Yeah, I'm looking at my time now, and it looks like I've put 412 hours and 30 minutes into Black 2, and I'm still not tired.
Wow.
It's a handheld. I pretty much leave it on all day.
He has no life.
No, duh!
We're not supposed to talk about that. It's on the internet. Now everybody knows.
Like I said, though, I can't. It's hard for me to stop. It's a handheld. When I'm waiting for a game to load, I'm battling. It's the perfect time waster.
Exactly.
I mean, I could probably play it right now while talking on Skype. It's that easy.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, we could actually have like a 3-way battle going on right now. It's that easy. But I think we're getting a little off topic.
Yeah, let's get back to X and Y.
Alright, so we've got 5 new Pokemon showing off, 3 of them with names. The first 3 we know of are the Grass, the Fire, and the Water starter. We have, what was it, Chespin?
Yeah, right now, Chespin.
Chespin, the Grass starter, who's supposed to be like a chipmunk, I guess?
I don't know what
I don't even know what this thing is. Like, people kept
I don't
bashing,
like it. I just can't
people
be
kept
blunt about it.
bashing, you know, the Gen 5 design. The design of this Grass starter, that's like me complex. I don't even know what this thing is supposed to be.
Yeah, that's the problem I have with it. Like, with a lot of the other, most of the other starters, you can at least tell what kind of animal this is supposed to be. This, I don't know what this is supposed to be. It looks like some kind of chipmunk wearing a grass hat or something.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people have been saying. I want my Bulbasaur and my Trico and my Snivy. Those are my favorites.
I can already tell this is gonna pretty much be the one Grass starter I don't think I'll use, to be honest.
I'm gonna wait and see what movesets it gets.
Yeah,
Or what,
and also its other
its evolutions look like or something.
Yeah, because we only know the first stages right now.
Yeah. And then we have the Fire starter, which is Vexfin?
Yeah. Ben?
I'm not looking at the video right now. I'm just trying to remember. Finnegan, was it?
Fennekin.
Fennekin.
Finnegan.
It's a Firefox.
This one, I like the design of this.
Yeah, I like this one. It's Firefox.
Yeah, and it looks like a mono fire type, which, please, let it be. We're sick of firefighting.
I doubt it's going to be like
It could be a fire ground type, possibly.
I was actually I was talking to someone else about this earlier. He suggested like I think in the trailer it looked like at one point it used like a psychic move.
Yeah, I'm looking at that now. It might be a fire psychic.
Might be, but that's almost a bit too much of a stretch for the starters we've always been getting.
Yeah.
And plus that's basically just ripping off Victini. I don't think they want to do that right away.
Oh yeah, they don't want to rip off any of their Pokemon they've just done.
Yeah.
We've got Blaziken, Infernape, Emboar. We don't want to rip them off.
But they kept doing it anyway.
Yep. And then we finally have our water starter.
By the way, another thing about the fire starter.
Okay.
Prediction. It's gonna be my prediction is it's going to be like the most popular one. I mean, because it's a fox. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, so far, pretty much design-wise, that's the ones everyone's loving. So I think that's gonna be the popular one.
Well, you know, think about it. Anything that's like a fox or a wolf or something, everyone goes crazy over. So there you go.
Works for me. Alright, and then going back to our new water type starter, we have Froakie. Froakie.
Let me just say, Mudkip wants his style back. I would like to say that right now.
Oh no, you just opened up the floodgates for all those comments. Way to go.
You're welcome.
So Froakie, and I'm also expecting to see a lot of Big the Cat comments as well. Little jokes and references.
This one looks cool. For some reason, I'm thinking a water ice type just looking at it.
I used to think that for... I'm sorry. I used to think that for... What was it? Piplup? But nope, it became a water steel type. I'm like, what?
For some reason. Then again, Gen 4 had a lot of random Pokemon be steel types.
Yeah. Oh, well, enough about that. Well, so we got our 3 starters. They all look pretty good in battle, which, by the way, the battles now, the Pokemon, as mentioned earlier, are full 3D formed Pokemon in full movement, and when they actually attack, they have their own animation. When they get hurt, they have their own animation. So, once again, there's no reason to really have it on a home console, which is sad, but at the same time, it's like you have Pokemon Stadium on the go.
But then again, you know, Pokemon in HD, I'm still waiting for it.
That'll be
By the
interesting.
way, one more question about the starters. Which of the starters is you guys' favorite?
The fire type.
I want to
Mine's
say
the water type.
I want to say the grass type, but I want to know what moves it has.
Yeah, I mean, the information right now is very, very vague. We're going on right now.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to make a comparison about the grass type. It looks like Oshawott wearing a green hat.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, that's a good comparison.
That's what it is.
Man, I'm not gonna be able to see
Like,
that now.
Look at its arms. I think its arms is like similar looking to like Oshawott's in a way, kind of. Or no, Oshawott's feet or something.
Alright, we should also go into like the other like little tiny details that we've seen. For the other 2 things that we've noticed, and some people, one person pointed this out, and then I looked in the video. I was like, oh yeah, that's true. One of the characters was skating.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
Is that like the new? Is that? Because the thing is, pretty much throughout that trailer, they were running the entire time. So, the thing is, I'm wondering, is running just going to be a default thing, and then like your running shoes are like these skates now or something?
That would be cool. That would be cool.
No more bicycle!
Also, a bit of speculation. A bit of speculation here. Something I don't think anyone else has noticed. That I kind of noticed. At one point in the trailer, like I think the player character was like standing in front of like a mirror, which.
Yeah.
I might be like overanalyzing things, but could that maybe hint towards like trainer customization or something?
I would like to think
see
that.
Yeah.
I would
like
really love to.
Maybe he just finished like getting dressed or something.
I'll have to look back over the trailer again and see if I notice any kind of little changes towards the character's outfit. But
I'm not seeing it so far, but it might just because that's the default thing they want to have in the trailers. But you might be onto something.
I really hope he's right. I really hope so. And then, let's see, there were also 2 other new Pokemon shown off. No names.
Legendaries.
We know that they're the legendaries. We have the new Flying Legendary, which... What the heck is that?
I don't know, but it looks awesome.
It looks like some sort of dark flying fire...
Yeah, it looks really cool.
It looks like something out of Okami. That's basically what I'm getting from it.
And it because its wings spread out and its tail feathers go out, so it makes the Y shape. Okay, that's understandable. What kind of significance is this Pokemon going to have? Is it like the new legendary sky Pokemon?
I don't know. You see, well, I mean, we've had the dimensions, we've had weather. You know, I'm not sure what the gimmick is going to be with these guys this time. But I am interested because I think these designs are some of the better on the legendaries I think we've had in a while. They look pretty cool.
And then we get to the X, which is like a deer? Or
yeah, it looks like Arceus's long lost cousin to me.
And then if you notice that in its eyes, it has an X.
Yeah.
In the eyes, it has an X. So yeah, you have to like really look at it in like full screen.
I'm looking at the trailer right now. Oh yeah, it does. That looks weird. That looks weird.
So I guess maybe when it puts out all 4 of its legs, it makes an X or something. I have no idea.
I don't know. Just we better not have another god Pokemon, please. No.
Arceus is so overrated.
I'm sorry, but when you have a world of dragons, of plant monsters and water demons, for god of that world, a deer is not the first thing to come to mind. I'm just throwing that out there, alright?
I think it might.
The first thing that comes to my mind is a sheep.
Good old OrangeJinjo. That's almost all there is to the trailer, but they did talk about some other new little things, like the fact that it's going to be launched worldwide by October of this year. What do you think about that? I'm like kind of...
For Japan, it's been a while since Black 2, so I think it's more understandable for them.
Yeah.
But for us, it's way too soon.
Yeah, like this is like the first time they did it where they all get released like worldwide at like the same time.
Yeah.
Which I think it would be better if they would have just did this like they usually do, just wait about like almost a year or so to release it here. Then it wouldn't feel quite as too soon in a way.
Yeah, I mean, if it was one of the console games, I would understand this, but we're talking about an entirely new generation, for crying out loud. So.
Yep. The only reason I'm not completely thrilled about it being worldwide is because when it gets launched in Japan, that's when we get all the leaked stuff, and I kind of like to plan ahead and build my team up based on all the leaks.
Yeah, I kind of like doing that too.
Like, this will be my fire.
Like, I remember back when Gen 5 was announced, like, I looked through the list. I looked through that list, and I picked out a bunch of the Pokemon that I thought looked cool and stuff, so...
Yeah, it's just... we might lose that, but at the same time, it might make the game feel a little more exciting in the sense that we don't know what we're really going to encounter until we actually play it, which is
But then
cool,
again, it's not... But then again, like, looking at the trailer, I don't think it's gonna be like in Black and White 1 where it's all, like, all new Pokemon, because, like, if you look at the trailer, you see... You just see, like, the 3 starters, and then you see a bunch of
all, like,
older
Magikarp,
Pokemon.
Curlia, Pikachu.
Dratini.
Yeah, and I kind of like that about Generation 5 was the first Black and White
that's what
game.
made it unique, I think. But,
yeah, it's like...
we'll have to see.
Yeah. And then there was some...
They're just teasing us with that, I don't know.
And then we'll take a look at the places real quick. It looked like it's going to be based on France because a couple of comments I've seen, like, they've been saying they see the Eiffel Tower, so...
Yeah, that's in the skating part.
Yeah. So it kind of makes sense, and, well, that's not so bad, I guess. It'll look really good.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because, of, like, the one that I like of this kind of theming of the generations a little bit, like, the one I still think is the strongest album is Gen 3 for having that kind of tropical feel to all its Pokemon.
Yeah, I like Owen.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see if we see more kind of European-esque designs for these guys.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think that would make for, like, a lot of, like...
Make for a lot of interesting
cooler,
Pokemon
kind of beautiful-looking designs, really.
That's probably why that grass starter has the beret. Or whatever that is.
Oh my god, I just noticed that! Now that equals 2 things I'm never gonna see out of this grass starter.
Better hope its next forms are really good. But I think that's pretty much all there is. I think we all pretty much feel the exact same way. We're excited, of course. It's a new generation of Pokemon, new moves, new abilities, new places. It's all that good stuff. But then, at the same time, it still feels way too soon. You know, give me some time to miss it. Give me some time to feel tired. But other than that, I think it's going to be really good, and it looks like they put a lot more effort into it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, ever since, you know, I think after Gen 4, they kind of realized, okay, we need to step up the presentation. So, I think, you know, Gen 5 was that kind of test with the movement, see if people liked it, and obviously we did, so now we're finally getting our full 3D models, thanks to 3DS, so...
With different reactions. That's really
yeah, like,
cool.
before Gen 5, like Gen 4 had, like, some really good changes, but, like, the only people who really took note of them were like the competitive people, or just ones that know like a little more about that stuff, you know, like with the physical special split and stuff.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, but like you know, the people who just casually play it and all that, they probably just won't even notice it. But
yeah, I think that one. Wow, this has gone on for a pretty long time for a video, but that's good. There are a few things I would like to go over, which is, what do you guys think that they should do to change it? Is there anything you would like to see changed or added to the game?
I know one.
What's that?
Can we please remove HMs whenever we want? Please! You made it so TMs are unlimited use, and yeah, we don't use the HMs as much, but can we just please get rid of them at any time?
Well,
that's been
like,
the one thing that's been annoying me from day one.
well, like the reason why they do that with the HMs is because they don't want you to like be stuck or something. Like say you like surf to to a little island or something, and then you delete surf and you don't have fly or something, then you're like stuck there or something maybe.
Well, the thing is, you would be able to just add surf right away because HMs are unlimited use, so...
Oh, true.
And now TMs are unlimited as well. If you just made them TMs... But I think the reason they did that in the first place was just so that it forced you to stay in that area and get the gym badge, then you could use it and use the HM to get out of the area. But with Black and White 2, it never really felt like that. It just automatically blocked you and said you can't leave until you get the gym. And that's like...
Yeah, so
I feel like
there's not a point to it anymore.
Yeah, it's like, it's pointless, and I would much rather have this than, say, have cut in my move slot.
Yeah, and just have that weak little Zigzagoon or Bidoof for whatever HM slave you use, and filling up a spot in your party just so you can use these moves that you would otherwise like never use.
Yeah. The one thing that I would like to see change now is that if we're going to add this great deal of presentation, can we please change the sound effects of the Pokemon? Can we?
Yes!
Nope, none of this stuff,
Yeah.
please. Like full, like how, like the Stadium Series used to do.
4 days, you know? Can we please have that on the 3DS now? Please?
We
I mean,
don't.
I'll admit I'm not like as bothered as most people by like the sprite sound effects, but yeah, I think they should change it.
Yeah, if they're 3D models now, you know. I mean, Coliseum did have that, but I mean, the 64 did it, and the 3DS is more powerful apparently than, you know, the GameCube. So, can we just, you know, please have those actual cries now?
Yeah, I don't understand why they're doing this. Or what? I mean, hopefully they change it. I understand that they don't want to use the actual, the anime sound effects and all that. I understand that, but at the same time, let's bring up the quality of those sound effects. We don't want to hear the original Game Boy cries anymore. We want to see, we want them to all sound on the level. We want them. When you hear some of the other sound effects like Starly from Generation 4 compared to a Bulbasaur or something, you can tell that there's this huge difference, and it doesn't mix too well. But hopefully that's one thing that they will change. I would like to see that. Mr. OrangeJinjo, what would you like to see?
I can't really think of much in terms of like gameplay presentation or anything. I guess just one random thing. I don't know, maybe a dark type gym leader or something, because we haven't seen one of those yet.
Please! I've been begging for a dark type gym leader.
We've never had a dark type gym leader, huh?
Yeah, because I mean they tend to be in the Elite Four a lot, but I think dark type is the one type not to have a gym yet.
It is.
So can we just please have one? Because dark type's one of my favorite types. I mean, come on.
Alright, I think that's about all we can get for this video. I think that we've pretty much covered nearly everything. Well, everything that they've shown us anyway.
I mean, it's a minute-long trailer. I mean, we talked about as much, I think, as we can.
You're right, and I think I've just been replaying the whole trailer over and over again, or maybe leaving a background slot. I'm not sure what I've done yet. You guys will find out what I've done. I don't know what I'm doing yet. But that's all we've got. You know how these What's Your Opinion videos work. Leave them in the comments. Hopefully you two will be able to join me on the comments video and we can just read them off. That'll be fun.
Yeah.